Do your clients want to grow their followings and have people excited about buying their offers? Do they want better conversion rates and more sales so they can grow their businesses and make more of an impact? Of course they do. And because they want it so badly, sometimes they forget that the secret weapon to better conversions is so much more simple than the latest salesy gimmick. The same thing that grows the relationships we have in our personal lives can grow the relationships we have with our target audiences. One of the most important things you can do as their copywriter is write copy that helps them build trust with their target audiences, because people buy from people they know, like, and trust. So let's talk about it. Words matter. What you write on behalf of your clients makes a difference in how their target audiences perceive them, and that perception influences the actions they take. In this video, I'm going to give you 4 juicy target audience trust building tips you can implement right now so you and your clients can get more engagement, grow bigger audiences faster, and you can write copy that gets better responses and better conversions. The great part is, these tips will work for you and your clients. I'm also going to tell you exactly what kinds of communication you need to include in your copy in order to build that trust. So let's go. This YouTube channel is full of actionable and proven hacks, tips, and strategies for freelance copywriting mamas just like you. Make sure you subscribe and smash that button so you get notified when my videos go live. Back when I was in college, I mentioned to one of my best friends, someone I'd lived 2 doors down from for almost a year, that my dad was getting ready for spring planting on our farm at home. "I didn't know you grew up on a farm," she said. "Well, yeah, I've lived on a farm my whole life, but you don't look like you grew up on a farm." I looked down at, wait, what? What's somebody who grew up on a farm supposed to look like? Well, you know, they wear overalls and stuff, right? I mean, they can, but they don't have to. I'm pretty sure I laughed, thanks, I think. My friend and I had known each other for months. We ate lunch and dinner together with our group every day. Our dorm rooms were 2 doors apart, for goodness sakes. And yet somehow I'd never mentioned where I was from. Now, it's been a few years since then, but I'll never forget how surprised I was that we'd known each other for almost a year, and she never once picked up on the fact that I lived on a farm. And yet, whose fault was it? It was mine. I wasn't trying to hide my upbringing. I'm convinced that growing up on a farm is the best, and it's where my husband and I chose to raise our kids too. But if I never shared that, how would people know? Your client's target audiences only know what you and your clients share with them. Sometimes our clients fall into that trap too. They expect their audiences to know and understand more about who they are, what they're about, and what they do than they actually have ever been given information for. And then they're disappointed when they're not growing their audience at the speed they want to, or they don't get the kind of response they hoped for with a launch. Yet so often I see business owners and entrepreneurs holding back and keeping things strictly professional, assuming that it's best to play it safe and keep personal stuff for friends and family only. But this couldn't be further from the truth. It's so important to nurture trust between you and those you serve in your business. Not only does it make a big difference in the quality of your professional relationships, it can make a big difference in terms of their bottom lines too. Like I said, people buy from people. In this video, I'm going to give you 4 ways to build trust with your target audience by showing up, being specific, telling stories, and mirroring their pain. Putting these 4 strategies into your copy will help your clients stand out from the competition and reach the people they want to serve. Let's start with tip number 1, showing up where your audience is. "I don't understand why it's not working," said the client. "I'm running ads. I have a funnel, but people aren't buying." If I had $1 for every time I heard this in a Facebook group or inside a coaching call, I'd have a lot of dollars. It's nice to think that you could make an offer, throw some ad spend at it, and people would automatically be blown away and buy. But it's rarely, if ever, that easy. You know what one of the first questions I ask when people say something like that is? Are you showing up for your audience? The truth is, people won't buy something they don't know about from someone they've never heard of. If your client isn't doing the work to get visible and show up where their audience is and connect with them and offer them value, their conversions will be fewer and much more expensive. The solution? Show up. I'm talking email, newsletters, live videos, social media posts. They need to be providing lots of ways that their target audiences can interact with and learn from them. Bottom line, if your client isn't showing up for the people they say they serve, why would the people they say they serve show up for them? This first tip is less about a specific piece of copy that you write for your clients. and more about helping set reasonable expectations with them so that they can help you get better results. The real work starts for you in tip number 2. Tip number 2 is be specific. Now, I'm not saying you should start oversharing all over the place in the copy you write for your client, but there's a big difference between being personable and being coldly professional. This is a lesson I learned during my time in an MLM. That's right, I used to be part of an MLM. I sold Jamberry nail wraps, and I was good at it. You want to know why? So I got excited about it and told my friends and family members why I liked them. I described the result I got when I used them, and I let them know that I was selling them. That's it. I just let myself be me and share about what I was passionate about at the time in my own type of voice, and people who had never heard about or considered vinyl nail wraps bought multiple sets just because I was willing to talk about what I was doing and be my own quirky, weird self doing it. Now, your clients probably don't sell Jamberry nail wraps, but I bet they're passionate about what they do. And the better you can leverage their own personalities and unique communication styles in their copy, the better your copy for them will convert. It'll be real. It'll be authentic. It'll be them. Our goal is to write for our clients as our clients and have no one be able to tell the difference. So you have to infuse pieces of that client's personality into the copy. Tell jokes they would tell. Say phrases they would say. And let that be part of the way that you reach out in the sales copy you write. So how do you do that? Well, you have to get to know your client, watch their content, listen to their podcasts, read their books, and most of all, talk to them. I've got a great resource that I created for my students inside Wordy Mama Revolution, my membership program. It's called Cloning Client Voice. It's a downloadable workbook you can use when you interview clients about how they communicate with their audience. Going through this workbook with your clients really helps give copywriters the information they need to infuse the client into the copy that they write. If you want to get your hands on it, you can get a 30-day free trial to the membership Wordy Mama Revolution right now by clicking the link in the video description below. You just sign up for the free trial, then log in and look for Cloning Client Voice. Tip number 3 is tell their story. One of the most caring things your clients can do for their target audiences is share their story with them. This is especially important when it comes to warming up people who are less familiar with them and what they do. Nothing creates connection like a relatable story. It can be funny, serious, sad, entertaining. Each piece of your client's stories are important and can make the difference between their products and services standing out or fading into the background. If telling their story doesn't come easily to them, you can ask them questions to prompt things and get the ball rolling, because once they get started, the stories will flow more easily. Here's a few you can ask them. Why did you decide to start your business? What do you love most about your business? What's the biggest challenge you've ever faced in your business? How has your life changed because of your business? What was your favorite vacation and why? What's a mistake you've made and how did you learn from it? Can you tell me a childhood lesson that made an impression on you? What's your favorite day of the week? Seriously, anything can be turned into a story. And sometimes the hardest part is just getting started. Stories are what make our clients relatable to their target audiences. So as you write for them, weave their stories into their emails, video scripts, ad copy, and funnel copy. Remember, facts tell, but stories sell. There's something so powerful about feeling heard and understood. Have you ever met someone and it was like everything they said could have come directly out of your mouth? That's the effect this final strategy has on your clients' target audiences. Tip number 4 is mirror their pain. One of the biggest ways to build trust with your client's audience through their copy is to come alongside them and let them know that you understand their pain and are here to help. This makes the audience member feel validated and valued. The person who can describe the pain the best is the person they will trust most for the solution. If they can tell your client intimately knows how it feels to be struggling in the situation they're in right now, and they're showing that there's hope to experience a different result, that's huge. On the other hand, one of the biggest ways to alienate people and make them feel like all your client wants is money is to create the perception that your client has it all together and that they're the only ones with the problem. We all know somebody like that, right? It doesn't really engender trust, and you sure don't feel like buying anything from them, do you? In fact, you don't even want to hang around a person like that. Perfection is, well, too perfect. Your clients' target audiences don't need perfection from them. They just want to feel heard and understood. Don't make the target audience feel like they have to be perfect in order to get the result they want, because that won't convert. Instead, let the copy you write come alongside them and let them know that they're seen, heard, and understood. That builds trust. So what do you think? Are you ready to use these 4 tips to build trust with you and your clients' target audiences? Give me a thumbs up if this video was helpful, and drop a comment below and let me know which of these tips you're going to start with. And if you missed my video last week, I shared 6 copywriting strategies that convert freebie seekers into buyers. Check out the link in the video description below to watch. And make sure to subscribe and follow this channel for more tips, strategies, and resources for freelance copywriting mamas. I'm Christa, living the mom, wife, copywriter life.